Thank you very much. Good day, listeners. My name is Destiny Wafre, and by the grace of God, I am the head of training Today's Leaders International. Today, we are going to be looking at Today's Leaders International as a whole. Why Today's Leaders International? A lot of people have actually, wonder or ponder over that question. What is so unique about Today's Leaders International? Isn't it same company that what we used to know or what we have come across? It's interesting to know today, listeners, that we are going to be telling you things you don't know that we think you need to know about TLI and why Today's Leaders International is unique and different from every other company you can ever think or imagine. We're going to be starting from the administrator. We're going to give him an opportunity to introduce himself and tell us more about Today's Leaders International.
Thank you, listeners. My name is Obonaya Orieji. As he has said, I'm the administrator of Today's Leaders International. A few days ago, in a forum where we were discussing about this organization and the offering we are putting out to the public, and one gentleman popped his eyes. He said, "What? We were just discussing what we were coming out with because he said he has heard about it." He asked, "That's a wonderful idea. That is what is lacking here in Nigeria. In fact, most African countries. A program that is wound around education, skill development, skill empowerment, such as we have done, in which you will be doing, and at the same time, you are actually preparing yourself for your preparing your future. You understand? That once you come to take advantage of the kind of skills, this kind of entrepreneurial skill programs, 21st century programs we have, at the same time, you are already making yourself an entrepreneur just by the fact that you have subscribed to any of these programs. He said, that's a wonderful idea. And so I went on to say, it is because of the gap we have noticed in our education system in Nigeria. That is why the concept of Today's Leaders International as an online business school came up. It was designed to bridge that gap, whereby people go to school, even up to university level, and they come out, and they start to move from street to street, from day to day, sometimes from year to year, searching for jobs that are not there. Why? Because the kind of education they have received has not empowered them to be able to survive in the society. The jobs are not there. Of course, in this time, you can see that androids are even doing more and more of the few jobs that are available. Apart from the fact that in a client such as ours, the jobs are not being created. Even the few jobs in the developed countries, they are finding ways androids can do them. So where does that leave the average person? That is why we say, let our own education program be such that if you take advantage of it at any level, in whichever place, you can go into society and with confidence start something and be able to create wealth for yourself. That is the whole idea. That's the philosophy that actually drove the establishment of Today's Leaders International.
Yeah, thank you very much. It is interesting for you to know that this is the sole idea that drove the dream or the brain behind Today's Leaders International. It is also important for you to know that Today's Leaders International offers an amazing entrepreneurship training skills. And as of today, we are having a lot of programs, a lot of training in our schedule. And within the next 2-3 months, a lot of physical training is going to be taking place right here in the city of Abuja in today's Leaders International head office. Now, we just finished one of the physical training we had, which is digital assets or cryptocurrency 101, which is the basic for those who don't know anything about digital assets. They were given the opportunity to know, and the hall was jam-packed of people. Now, in the next 1 week, precisely on Saturday this week, we're also having what we call WhatsApp marketing. A lot of people who are currently doing business or who are currently having an idea, but they don't know how to take it into the internet space. That physical training will be offering you the opportunity of knowing how to use the WhatsApp to take your business to the internet space. We have a lot of market. As a matter of fact, we have a huge company in the internet space, and you taking advantage of that WhatsApp, marketing training may just give you an opportunity of taking your business or your idea from the local position to the international position. And of course, a few weeks from now also, we're going to be having in our calendar internet marketing, yes, as a whole. We are looking at it as a whole. Now, at the end of that training, when you are done, you should be able to say to yourself, yes, I can run a consultancy on internet marketing. Organizations can come for you, asking you or seeking your assistance to manage their companies or their internet marketing segment. All right, it will shock you how amazing or what you can be able to generate just from managing organizations' internet marketing segment. Of course, among our calendars, we also have what we call the fish farming training skills. Yes, the fish farming training skills. A lot of people out there, they want to go into fish farming, but they really don't know how to go about it. They really don't know the basic ideas behind becoming a fish farmer. In today's Leaders International, we're going to be giving you opportunity to take advantage of that training.
Yes, what is even most interesting about today's Leaders International is the fact that we have actually sat down to think through what we think people of modern times need to survive. And so we have categorized the trainings we have into three broad areas. One, vocational skills. You see, the emphasis is on skills, vocational skills, because it's lacking. Most people have education, but they don't have skills. And so this is one reason we have put vocational skills. And we have made it in such a way that it will be simple for you to learn that skill. You can simply go online, subscribe online in perhaps a day or 2 or 3. If you can pay diligent attention to the lectures, you find that you can grab that skill. Some of them in a week, some in less than a week, at most in 2 weeks, because it's been so presented by experts that whoever can read and write, if you follow it methodically, the way the lectures are presented, you can practicalize it. That is the unique thing about vocational skills. And there's so many of them that make up their vocational skill. Beyond vocational skill, we have also what we call entrepreneurial skills. Because you have to have a skill first to be an entrepreneur. If you have that vocational skills, for example, you can make, say, cake, decorate it so well. But you also need the other aspect, how to run it as a successful business. And that's why we brought those entrepreneurship skills to assist you make a success of the vocational skills you have. So that's the way, the approach we have followed. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. It's so interesting to know that we have all this training covered within two broad categories, looking at the vocational skills, entrepreneurship skills, and also the 21st century business. And that just tells me that, of course, we are in the 21st century, and we really want to know what are the 21st century, line of businesses, and that people can actually tap on and take effective use of the alcohol.
Very interesting. The 21st century skills, of course, you know, because you are in that process. You have the internet as what, like I said earlier, people call the universe. The internet has provided us opportunity to actually develop a whole lot of skills around it. Skills that can enable us to survive, create wealth, have social interaction, you understand, and all manner of things. So the 21st century skills are actually the trending skills. And whoever does not want to take advantage of it today is like fish out of water. And when fish is out of water, it hardly survives. So it is where we are. That's where the world is. And that's even where the world is going. And that's why more and more it has become so important, almost inevitable, that everybody must key into these skills that are wound around the internet and all that the internet has to offer. That's the 21st century skills.
Well, thank you very much. It is very important for our listeners out there to know that we in today's Leaders International, we don't just offer physical entrepreneurship training alone. We actually have an online training school, which is that actually born out from today's Leaders International. For every training that is done physical right in the head office of today's Leaders International, Abuja, it is being sponsored or handled by the foundation known as Today's Leaders International Foundation. And of course, for every training that the foundation is offering, instead of you going out there, a training course or a skill that you can actually pay 500,000 naira, 300,000 naira, 100,000 naira, the foundation is offering it to you in a discounting rate of over, some of them over 30%, over 50%, or over 20%, just giving it to you, And most importantly, for the online school or online skill, this is some of the skills you can actually take advantage of anywhere you are in the world at the comfort of your zone. And guess what? In order for you to have access to any of these skills, you just need to subscribe with just $25, and of course, which is 10,000 naira in Nigeria currency. So,
like you said, in just 2 weeks now, the most interesting aspect that in 2 weeks from now, the online school will start.
We take off. Oh wow!
Just in 2 weeks now. In fact, between now and 3rd of March, 3rd of July.
Wow!
It will take off.
Wow!
And all you need to be part of it is to subscribe with just $25, as you have said. Once you pay $25, any of those training courses that we have offered, either under vocational skills, entrepreneurial skills, or even under the 21st century skills, is there for you. You can even train on more than one, or as many as you can, just with $25. And the beauty of it is that once you sign up, you become a member of Today's Leaders International.
Wow.
That also gives you additional leverage to actually join our multi-level marketing system. Because today in the world, you see, connecting people, because of the billions of people you have, just telling your friend, yes, this is what I'm into, and the friend takes interest and joins, it even gives you more money. It makes you become even richer. Just the mere fact that you told your friend what you are into. So that's why we brought that aspect of multi-level marketing into this training. And that is what makes it unique. we are offering to the world these wonderfully packaged courses that give them living skills, skills that will enable them create wealth for themselves, create wealth for society. At the same time, by just passing that information to your friend, to your neighbor, to the next person, you are also making more money. That's the multi-level level marketing aspects of it.
Okay.
That's a unique program for everybody.
Wow, amazing. Well, it is also important for listeners out there to know that the multi-level marketing model Mr. Ogbonna actually talked about in today's Leaders International is absolutely optional. Today's Leaders International is not a multi-level marketing. It will interest you to know, and very much important for you to know, that the company, Today's Leaders International, uses multi-level marketing as a model to get people into the company. Now, just simple, just like what he said. You can't afford to keep an amazing information within you. An amazing information that has taken you out of an unemployed category. Now you cannot, you now have a business. You cannot generate wealth for yourself. You can't afford to keep that information just solely for yourself. So by the time you give that information out to your neighbor or to someone who were once, you could easily see, or you can easily see in the position you were before, and the person take advantage of that information and come to Today's Leaders International. Today's Leaders International say, oh, for you going the extra mile to inform this person, we are not going to leave you just like that. We are going to pay you for it. And absolutely, Today's Leaders International is going to pay you for it. And just like he said, you are even going to make more money just informing the next person about Today's Leader International.
Remember, it is actually a double-barreled advantage being a member of Today's Leaders International, in that you are going to get a skill, or if you like, skills that will enable you to survive in the 21st century world. And at the same time, it's also going to help you to, for example, if you're a parent and you have 2, 3, 4, 5 children, you sign them up. You find that you don't have to worry that when my children might have graduated after a number of years, where are they going to queue up to look for jobs? Because you find that because of the kind of skills, the kind of training, the kind of exposure, and the kind of connection being a member of Today's Leaders International will give them, they are already met. They have already become independent persons that can, with confidence, even while still in school, take care of themselves.
Wow.
And so that is actually the main reason we designed these programs, to drive away unemployment and to drive away poverty in Africa. It is something that we know whoever gives it a try will want his neighbor to know about it.
Exactly. And most importantly, it is also interesting for you to know that this opportunity or this company is not solely designed for Nigeria or Africa alone, but it's also a company that is designed for the entire continent at large, talking about outside Nigeria. But it is also important for you to know that in Today's Leaders International, there are a lot of benefits you wouldn't want to miss. Like I was telling someone this morning in my office, in Today's Leaders International, as a member and as an affiliate, in some certain levels, you're going to benefit what we call non-cash incentive, for instance, mobile phone, laptop, vehicle, houses. As a matter of fact, somebody was saying, when one of them saw the building, he said, wow, this is home, not a house.
Including even tools. Most importantly, while you are acquiring the skills, to earn a living, to create jobs, to create wealth. We also have integrated as part of that benefits inherent in becoming a member tools you need to prepare you for the job or for the vocation or for the skill when you're ready to begin to practice.
Absolutely.
It's also part of it.
Yeah, and that absolutely means that even before you round up your training, you just have the opportunity of having some of the tools you could use in starting up your own business.
Absolutely right.
It's so amazing.
And that's why it is very special.
At this point, we want to say thank you very much for taking our time to talk to our listeners out there. Like we always say, we are TLI and we do what we say.
So we want to thank you once again and say we are ready for you. We are ready to take Nigerians, Africans, indeed the world, who will take advantage of these wonderful programs we have put together. We are ready to take you to wherever you want to be. They used to say the sky is your limit. But with TLI, indeed, the sky is not your limit. You can go beyond the sky.
Wow, the sky is not your limit and you can actually go beyond the sky. At this point, we will be re-echoing the slogan of today's Leaders International, which of course it brought out from the vision of today's Leaders International. And together we will say, today's Leaders International, raising, saving, entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs.
In every household.
In every household, indeed. Thank you very much.